Okay, this is gonna be kind of an interesting one. So I already tried recording Wily's Castle, my blind attempt and everything. Problem. The footage came back with no sound. I'm sorry guys, that recording was crap. It was awful. The gameplay footage had no sound. I got so burned out about halfway through the second area of this that I wasn't even worth listening to anymore. I was listening to myself in editing, I was like, damn, I'm just falling asleep right now. Now, it was in a state where I could not publish this to YouTube in good faith. It wasn't even fun anymore. Now, the upside to this is, now I know what I'm doing. The downside to this is, now I know what I'm doing. I can't act surprised anymore because I already know what's coming in a lot of these places. I know what to do and where. So I'm sorry that this isn't my 100% first-time blind run, but trust me when I say that there was no doing this the first time around, okay? That recording was not worth publishing. It would have just... You know, I've had problems with video quality in the past, and this was just one of those things that was... Yeah, I didn't want to repeat myself again. I didn't want to... Oh, come on. Stop wasting it. I'm going to need that for later. I'm going to need a lot of that for later. So, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I hope you can just... Forgive me for that. Hang on a sec. I need to grind up for more power. So I can climb back up there and grab... This is something I complained a lot about in my previous recording, is that I'm going to say this right now, I'm not sure if I like the design of the second game's Wily Castle more than the first game, but I do, maybe it's just the music, but the thing is, I feel like this place just kind of drags itself out. It's padded, if you will. It feels like... how do I put it in a way that makes sense? I'm just stuck in a rut sometimes. It's like there's nothing I can do, I just have to deal with what the game's given me, and I can't really move forward. There's not a lot of forward momentum in these two Wily stages I've already been to so far. And that's something that bugs me a little bit. These levels are better designed, in a sense that I'm not hitting... Well, I guess I still kind of am hitting really cheap moments where I can't do anything. Where I'm just stuck unless I knew what to do the first time, and this is one of those situations. Come to think of it, I should have just flown over that second part of the level with the jet flyer or whatever it's called. Now, upside is you don't have to spend 2 hours watching me figure everything out. Like, now I know to use the metal blades to take care of these guys from an angle. Let's fill back up the 3, because I'm going to need that later on. I'm going to need that in the second area. The good news is, I'm still going to be blind going into the final, however many areas there are. It's just the first 2 areas of Wily's Castle. The other good news is, this is Wily's Castle, so it doesn't save halfway through, even with the GameCube's added memory. I'm going to have to beat this whole thing in one sitting. So, yeah, you're still going to get a little bit of blindness in here. It's going to take us a little while to get there. I was so proud of myself, by the way. This jump up here, apparently this gives everybody so much trouble. I got it on my first try. I'm dead serious. I can't... God, I wish I could post that now, because I had so many great moments. By some miracle, I managed to figure out the dragon is weak to quick boomerang. The first level, I had a little trouble figuring out what I needed. I needed to use the jet board in order to move on. Yeah, it's just... That part's not so bad, I find. You just have to jump to the edge of the platforms in order to get there. In order to get across, I mean. Have enough distance to get there before you go too high. Okay, equip the weapon we need before we jump in here. And it was such a beautiful moment, too, where I ran in here. I had no idea what was going on. I was legitimately surprised when that thing showed up, because once we got to this auto-scrolling part right here, The dragon showed up to the left, and I was on one of the platforms he showed up on, so I died immediately. I had, like, no health left. I did not expect a boss fight at all. It was hilarious. I also... Oh! Looks like my plan didn't work this time. See, that's another thing I figured out. Not only did I somehow figure out to use the quick boomerang, but just naturally I went up to that top platform because I thought I would be safest there. Turns out I was right. If you hang out on that platform and he knocks you back, then the knockback actually carries you onto that back platform. You just, unfortunately, don't have to press anything. You can't press any of the directions because that'll force Mega Man into the pit below. Alright, come on, dude. The other thing is, if you run out of one in this stage, which I did do at one point, I had to go back down and grind up power again. You're gonna have to... Yeah, you're gonna have to grind it up again, and that's not gonna be fun for anybody. Oh, wait a minute. That's not energy. It's power. Or... What are the terms for this, anyway? That's something I need to be aware of. Like, energy, I guess, would be health? Or would that be weapon power? No, weapon... Health would be health. Health is health, but... Is it really considered health when you're a robot? In that case, would it be considered energy? Ugh, terminology, man. This is what instructional booklets were for back in the day. They settled arguments like this. They let you know what the terminology was inside the world, so you didn't get confused about it. Yeah, I've got about 2 more attempts here, which is fitting because I've got 2 more lives left. That's just... It goes back to what I was saying earlier, is that these stages are kind of a grind fest, in a sense. I mean, I am admittedly having a little more fun with them, but there's also those points that I hit where I just can't do anything until I spend 10 minutes grinding up my weapon energy again. It took the laser arm concept from the first game and it magnified it to 11. It's even less approachable than it was in that game, in the first entry. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, whether that's good design or not. Yeah, see that? The knockback just carries you back onto that platform right there. There we go. Oh, jeez. Ah, my eyes. Oh, hang on a second, guys. Hold on, this could be very important. Hey, by the way, just so you know, you called me during the middle of recording. So say hi to the internet, Mom.
Hi to the internet, Mom. Alright, love you, baby.
Love you too. Bye. Sorry about that. That was my mom. She's currently in the process of trying to help me find a job, which I definitely appreciate. That's really cool of her. The fact that she's going so far out of her way to do something like that for me. And I mean a real job, something outside of this, because it's obvious nothing around here is paying the bills for me. Okay, you don't really start... This is something that's lost on a lot of people who try to start up a YouTube career, quote-unquote, is that you don't really start making money for quite a while. Let's see if I can do this correctly. No! Oh. You gotta aim that just perfectly, I find. There is... I swear to God, I didn't restart this just so I would have an easier time at it. I didn't go back to get any of the E-tanks or anything. That's another funny thing that happened. I accidentally wasted my E-tank. Completely and totally. It's not like it even restored a little bit of health. No, it was a complete... Oh, you gotta do that perfectly. Like, not even a little bit off the ground. But anyways, yes. It didn't even heal me a little bit. I used it when I was at full health, even. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Cool thing is, now I know that about the secret over here off to the right. You just keep riding this thing, riding, and then... Oh, I nabbed it! Yeah! And then, of course, there's a 1-up. There's all those power items down there, so you can just fill up on whatever you want. Probably on the jet board, just in case you have to do all this over again. And on top of all this, if that wasn't enough of a reward for everything that you've done so far, There's also a 1-up here if you have some crash bombs left over. And another E-tank. How sweet is all that, eh? Okay, that's... Like, I know that's not something a lot of people would expect to do, but seriously, people who have already played the stage, that is almost overpowered. I am more than prepared for the stage ahead now, because, unfortunately, I know how to fight this boss, too. Oh, but not before I go through this little area. This is what drove me crazy. This little spot, where you're just kind of slowly inching forward through all of these things. Not sure if I'm going to need wood later, so I may as well stock up on those. Oh wait, not flash. I'm probably going to need that for something too, now that I think about it. Just slowly inch your way through these drills. Yep, just take minutes moving forward. Just inch along. Don't really rush through for anything, because you're just going to get nailed, and it's going to be embarrassing for everybody involved. It's slow. And the worst part is, if you run out of power for any one of your weapons... Let me grab that. I'm probably going to need quick boomerang for something, too. If you run out of power for one of the essential weapons, you're stuck. You have to do this. You don't have a choice. You just have to stay here and grind, and grind, and grind, and grind, and ooh, extra life. How generous of you. See, that's the thing. I made a comment about this in my last video. I'm kind of one of those people who feels like inanimate objects have a sort of consciousness. Like, I don't feel like they're watching me or anything while I sleep, but old school games in particular, they can sense how you're feeling. Okay, don't ask me how it works or what the logistics are behind it, but old school games just know when you're angry at them, or when you're disappointed with them, or when you're not having a very fun time. Because the random number generator will always pick on you when you're down. Okay, that's just how it goes. 8-bit games just roll like that. Okay, fuck this noise. Can I move forward? Yes, finally made it. It's like after... You gotta understand, right after I used my E-tank, in that situation in the last recording, right after I used that E-tank, the game gave me a 1-up. I was like, ugh, screw you people. That was nonsense. That was absolutely ridiculous. I was not happy with how that turned out at all. I was like, you know what? Why don't you guys go fuck yourselves? Okay, pick on me while I'm down, why don't you? Let's equip the metal blade. I'm not entirely sure if this is the weakness of this boss. I just like using it because it's multi-directional. I can fire it off at any angle. The other thing about this boss is you have no idea where he's coming from at any given time. So it's kind of tentative whether or not you're going to be able to beat him in time before you get hurt too much. Speaking of which, let's use one of those E-tanks that we picked up, just so we don't get completely annihilated by this guy right here. And they start moving faster, too. Oh. Oh! Come on, die! Yeah! Finally made it! Whew! Alright, guys, thanks for bearing with me. I'm officially blind from this point on. Not sure if I should end the episode here or not. I did spend like 5 minutes talking to my mom on the phone, so... Oh, wow, only 3 areas left, including the one with the boss. Ooh, I'm liking the music here, too. Nice and foreboding. Oh, really? Another E-tank right there? Well, at least I know where it is, right? Do I need power for anything? See, this is the thing. I have no idea if I'm going to need crash bombs for a barrier that's coming up, or if I should use them now and save and get energy for a different power. I have no clue. And I'm just kind of left in this situation where I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, wait. All right, what are the powers I need to fill up? Flash, metal blades, my traveling powers. I've got enough 3 to scale another wall. Not sure if I'm going to need flash again for anything. But crash is the only thing that can tear down those walls. So, yeah, let's just move on. Let's just kind of deal with whatever... Oh, there's some free energy anyway. Free energy, son! Billy? Where'd you go? Oh, well. That episode pissed me off as a kid. Like, it's funny, don't get me wrong. I understand what they were going for. But still, really now. You're gonna pull that kind of mean stuff to the one character. Dexter really took it in the shorts. For those of you who don't know, I'm talking about this old Cartoon Network show called Dexter's Laboratory. It was really popular when I was... Whoa! Zoe's a bigger fish, I guess. Oh, I do not like... Oh, I do not like this at all. Oh, no. No, no! Oh, no. You wouldn't. No! They're insta-kill! Of course they are! Of course, of course, of course, of course. Oh. Oh, you bastards. Oh. Oh, that hurts me. That's just insulting. On a deep personal level. Really now. Oh, Inafune, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, please leave Spikes out of Mighty Number 9, okay? They don't... Some things... It's called addition by subtraction. It's the reason Iceman wasn't included in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, okay? Some things... Sometimes a sequel is just better without some of the previous elements. You know what I mean? In any case... Whoa! Oh... One last attempt, eh? Just one last thing to try and dick people over. Oh, you jerks. Wait a minute, I've got metal blades. I can just take care of that guy from up here. Yeah! How do you like that? I'm using my... Oh! Just had to have your buddy nail... You sons of... How? Like, the instant they spawn, they're already out of my range. Alright, we got another boss. What is you, huh? What do we got to deal with now? Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, that does not look good at all. Ah, he's immune to metal blades. What is this? Oh, that's Heatman's power. Oh, jeez. Is that doing anything decent? I think. Oh, jeez. I don't think that's doing anything at all. I need my other E-tank already. Bubble? Perhaps? Oh, what the hell am I doing? Quick boomerang. It hasn't had a use throughout the entire game, so... Oh! Oh, that's damaging him. Yeah, that killed him! Woohoo! Ow! 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 More flashing colors, really? Oh, they don't exactly work when they're on opposite ends of the spectrum, you know? That's how you trigger seizures. Did nobody tell them this? Alright, that's looking like it's worthy of a full episode. So, next time on Let's Play Mega Man Anniversary Collection, we'll tackle the final 2 stages of Wily's Castle. And hopefully not run into another rut where we're out of powers. I'll see you then, everybody. Later.